Hello there, Chris. This is Amista. I am just clearing your cards to get ready to do your reading, my dear. Thank you so much for choosing me, by the way. I love to read. I'm happy. So I have a few readings today. You're the first of the ones that I'm knocking out today. The weather here is fantastic. It's Sunday afternoon, about 3:15 my time. I love it when the weather's nice. We have a lot of tourist crowds here now, though. Makes it a little bit hard to enjoy the trails and hiking because you can't get parked in a parking space anywhere near a trail. So it's a good thing I have a trail that I can just walk to near my home. But anyway, it's one of those beautiful, fantastic weekend days. So let's get looking at your question. I just got your cards cleared, ready for your energy. Your question, Miss Cris. Miss Cris writes, my question is, what do I need to know? Good or bad, happy or sad, what do I need to know? I like it. Let's find out. What would Sacred Spirit like Chrissy to know? Or Cris, I should say. Sorry about that. Not quite sure where that came from. Alrighty. Let's take a peek. Ms. Cris. Alright, well, I've got a central focus here. If I can figure out sort of what it's about, I think we'll be in good shape. La da 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 da. Okay. So, Ms. Cris, I'm not sure what kind of project it is that I'm looking at here, whether this is a work project, whether this is a romantic relationship, whether this is a project with a child or a family member. But there's something going on that I think is probably near and dear to your heart where I feel like you're trying to work with somebody on whatever this is, but you're really running into some frustration. And it feels to me like that frustration is coming in because this other person is just not at the level that you're expecting them to be meeting you at, okay? So, without having any context, it's pretty hard for me to say what part of your life this is. I don't have a lot of romance cards here, so probably not that. This is probably more a project about family members or work. But what I see here is that even though you've been frustrated, or I'm not sure where this is in time either. That's the thing about asking a question like this. What do I need to know? So I'm not sure if this is talking about something coming up in the future or if this is something you're going through right now. But you'll know as you're hearing about this. So there's some frustration as you're trying to cooperate with somebody and coordinate with somebody else. You're running into some frustration as you're doing that. It doesn't seem like they can meet you at the place where you are. They're not on the same page. Maybe they don't have a schedule that works with yours, so you can't collaborate on something, or maybe they just don't have the skills that they told you that they had or that you assumed that they had, whatever that situation might be. But there's somebody that you have been really trying to work with, and I think you thought that it would be pretty successful. I think it seemed to you originally like whatever this project is would be a no-brainer, no problem. But it's just not working out that way, and it's bringing you a lot of frustration. I do think that because this person is important to you and because the project is important to you both, I think that you're going to be giving this other person some kind of second chance. So you may be sort of educating them or getting them up to speed on what it is that you're expecting from them if they haven't been offering, or you may be you may just be letting them know, hey, look, I am unhappy with how things have been. If you can do things in a different way, then we can go forward. But there's some way that you're giving them a second chance to move forward with this because they are important to you. And like I said, this project also is very important to you. It's something that makes you feel secure if you can get it off the ground and do well with it. What we have coming up here is once you give this person a second chance, I think there is going to still be some adjustment time. I still think this person is going to have some time to come up to par here in whatever it is that they're doing or not doing that needs to be done better. So I would expect that, this is not going to be something that just changes with the snap of the fingers once you give the person a second chance. I think you're going to run into a little resistance at first, even about them changing. Eventually, what I see happening is you are going to have to make a decision about whether you want to continue on trying to collaborate with this other person or whether you're going to have to basically cut them out of the situation so that you can get it to go forward. I feel like, it feels to me like to make a decision to cut them out would be something that would be very hard for you because this person is important to you. But at the same time, when you look at this from a logical standpoint, I think you're starting to realize that this just really isn't working as much as it hurts for you to kind of tell this person, hey, I need to continue this project on my own independently. I think that's going to be something that's really tough for you. And so you have that decision to make about how do I want to move forward? Do I want to move forward with this person and all of the baggage that comes along with carrying this person with me, or do I want to move forward in a way that where I can actually see some progress without having to basically drag this other person along behind me, is what we have coming up here. So you've got a pretty tough decision coming up. It feels like emotionally that's going to be a pretty tough decision. I think logically it's kind of a no-brainer, but emotionally it's going to be a tough one. So, interesting that Spirit wanted you to know about what's coming all up to that and really doesn't give you any kind of answer as to what that decision should be. Of course, I guess we can always look at that in another reading if you want, or if you want to do a more private, like a personal reading, we could certainly look at it in a live reading or a 1 or 2 question recorded reading. But anyway, that's what came up for you, my dear. What you need to know, good or bad, happy or sad, there it is. Thank you so much once again for choosing me. For those of you who are watching this video and who would like to have me answer a question for you here online, feel free to check out my website and go ahead and send me the payment, send me your question, and then within 48 hours I try to sit down and actually look at what comes up on the cards and what comes up to me psychically at the same time to find the answer for that. I do have other services available. I have more private readings, which are 1 and 2 question readings that are recorded on audio, not on a video, and then the link is sent to you afterwards. And then I also do have live readings, which I conduct usually over the phone or over Skype, but if you happen to be in the local area, anywhere around Denver, Golden, Boulder, Colorado, then we can do those in person, and I like to do readings either or, whichever way. Actually, each reading is just as good as the other. You don't have to be in person to have a good reading, nice solid reading. I've been doing distance readings for a long time now. Most of my psychic career, as a matter of fact. And let's see, what else? I also offer Reiki sessions. I also do them long distance as well, or if you happen to be in the Golden area, we can do one of those in person as well. Once again, same thing, distance Reiki works just as well as in-person Reiki. I have lots of people who can attest to that. And I love doing either one, readings or Reiki. Either one is fantabulous. And then also if you're in the local area and you have a haunted house and it's bothering you, I do house clearings. Get a hold of me. That's on my website too. Get a hold of me and we can talk about, what would be good for you in your particular situations. And I do psychic parties. So psychic parties actually are a couple of things. I can come out to your place and just do readings for people at your party. Maybe set up like a room or a section of a room where it can be a little bit quieter to where the person can hear me and I can talk to them. And we can do readings for several people there in the party. Or psychic parties can go where if you guys want to explore your own psychic abilities, then I'm happy to lead the way and facilitate adventuring into the psychic realms in a safe manner. So lots of different services that I offer. Feel free to check those out, and I'll be looking forward to hearing from everybody soon. Okay, everyone, have a great day. Peace out.